I'm about to tell a story of when I hooked up with this super hot freaky librarian in Chicago. So I basically was just grinding nonstop, making down bad videos in my room in Nashville. So when shit started popping, I didn't really feel, people were like, how does it feel? How does it feel? Dude, I didn't feel shit because I never left my room. All I was doing was making down bad videos, going down the street to McDonald's, going to my gym, going to Domino's. So the very first time like I was ever leaving the city, I was going to Chicago because this woman named Charmaine Bay, who's on this show called Black Ink Crew, her husband liked my videos, like he enjoyed my style of comedy, so she wanted to like fly me out to Chicago to surprise him for his birthday. So this was like this was a big surprise, and I was also really excited because, you know, I had never left Nashville. She flies me out to Chicago. I'm waiting downstairs for Neek, like and they're like they had this dope like 4-story house in like the city with like, dude, it looks dope. Anyways, and so I'm downstairs in their basement waiting. Neek, her husband, whose name is Neek, is like upstairs. And like I come up and I surprise them and everything's good. Now I'm in Chicago. Imagine, this is like my first time being out in the streets. People will recognize me as Down Bad Man. I was slightly nervous because I was like, this is my first time like meeting people outside of the internet. But I also wasn't nervous because I was like, this is an opportunity. This is my opportunity to show people like, this is really me. You know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't no fake shit. Like I really am just as funny in person as I am on the internet. Which is silly, but that's what I wanted. I wanted the feeling of the same feeling you have when you're watching me on your phone. I want you to have that feeling when I'm there in person. Like, I'm feeling my whole vibe is different now. Like, I have a different strut, I have a different walk, you know what I'm saying? I had bought some nice clothes, I had been to some fine restaurants, I was in the good part of I just felt really, really good. My confidence was at an all-time high. So I meet my boy, it's me my boy Kush. We're chilling at a restaurant, you know what I'm saying? We're eating, fine dining, we're having drinks. Like I said, I'm living like a celebrity. This is all for free. I haven't spent a single dollar. We're getting wasted. His boy calls him up and he's like, Kush, you know, he FaceTimes him. He's like, Kush, get down here right now. He's like, we got some bitches. He literally said that. He said that in front of the girls too. He's like, we got some bitches, and nigga, they trying to party. And the girls, one girl grabs the phone and she's like, man. She's like, get down here. And I'm like, I'm already sweating like crazy. I'm like, what? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I down my drink, nigga. Yo, hey, yo, Kush, nigga, we need to hit that location right now. You know what I'm saying? And let me tell you this. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not the horny individual. I'm usually calm, cool, and collected. But when there's alcohol involved and it's late night and the women like that, come on, women like that just call. It's like, how are you not gonna wanna participate in that? So I tell Kush, all right, we gotta pull up right now. So we get to the club. We're heading to the section where the girls were. They just called. As we're heading up to the section, literally all those girls that were on the phone like, get out of here, like, we're trying to turn up. They all start coming down the stairs. As me and Kush are coming up, they're coming down. And you should have seen the look on my face. I was like, I was like, where are you? What's up? What's going on? Where y'all headed? They're like, oh, we're leaving. I'm like, you're leaving? Now that I realize it, the reason I know the reason they left. I'm not gonna say it, but I know the reason why they left. But they basically left. So me and Kush get up to the section. All the chicks basically are gone. There's 3 chicks in this section. There's like 12 dudes who are all wasted, horny. I could sense it because I was horny as well. We were all sizing each other up. Me and Kush are sitting next to each other, you know what I'm saying? We're sitting in the VIP, scouting the vibes. There was a white girl and Indian girl who were together, and then there was a black girl who was by herself. The black girl was vibing with this one nigga who had dreads. And when I first came in, I hit her with a long eye contact to sense her vibe, you know. So as soon as I walked in, I was like, the uncomfortable long eye contact, read her energy. I noticed she was already locked up with the nigga with the dread, so I already cut her out the equation. I was like, I ain't gonna be able to. Then I noticed the pair, the white girl and the Indian girl. They were single. They were on some like good time, haha, let's have some fun together type shit. When I tell you my thirst levels were on 10 when I went into this club, I was looking for I was already on the way to the club thinking that there was going to be women there who wanted me. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm in a situation where there's no women here that want me. And I'm drunk. So I'm peeping the situation. So the two single friends, I noticed one of them dances with this one dude for like one song and she breaks off from him. I'm like, okay, he ain't hitting. It was the white girl had broke off from the first song. And the Indian girl was by herself. I was sitting in the VIP section. I kind of just grabbed the Indian girl by her wrist, not aggressively. It was more of a lead, you know what I'm saying? I put my hand under the wrist, kind of lifted the wrist up to get her attention, made eye contact, and kind of led her to me. Then I had her dancing on me, right? Grinding on me the whole junk. And I was doing a lot of movements with my hands, testing the energy. It was a tough situation because, don't forget, there was like 12 other thirsty niggas in the section with me as well. They weren't gonna make it easy for me. If I break contact for even a moment, one of these hounds is gonna try to, because now that they see that she's dancing and she's feeling me, they're gonna have the sense of, oh, if he could do it, so can I. Which puts me in a very sticky situation. So I get her for that one song, and as soon as the next song starts, I break it with her before she can break it with me. So I'm just like, all right, bet, let me give you a little second. But the second I gave, nobody's saying shit to me. I am feeling myself. We in the back of the club by the stairwell. We start making out. So as soon as we making out for like 15 seconds, I pull back. I'm like, I hit her with the best elevator speech. I was like, I got the Uber. I stay in a nice part of town. What you want to do? She was like, I don't know. I was like, it's up to you. I was like, I'm gonna be real with you. I want to take you back. I want to take you back home. That's exactly what it sounds like. I'll be honest with you. I want to take you back home. She was like, okay, give me 1 second. Beep, 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 beep. She calls the girl who was her friend who was with her at the club. She was like,
hey, I'm about to go home with yeah, it's fine. Okay, yeah. I mean, you know, she's letting her girl.
You know, she's letting her girl know everything's good. So I'm like, okay, bet, you ready? She's like, yeah. So I boop, 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 activate the Uber, call the Uber. Uber's like 10 minutes away. I'm like, all right, let's get up out of here. This all went down. I came in the club, danced with the chick, bagged the chick, left with the chick, all within like 30, 40 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like 30, 40 minutes. I was just so horny. It was just like, bro, it was like I was Neo in the Matrix. Everything made sense. I was just observing everything. I was just like, who's gonna smash me to located? Okay, so anyways, as we're walking out the club, like literally all the niggas who's in the VIP section, Kush, they're all looking at me, and I'm like, I walk up to Kush, I'm like, hey, yo, Kush, I gotta get out of here, bro. Everybody in the section looking like, damn. A nigga's like, hey, yo, down bad man. And I don't notice it. I don't notice that he's saying down bad man. So I'm just kind of like, yeah, all right, I'm leaving. And the girls on them who's with me, she's looking like, who is this guy, yo? But when we're outside, we're waiting for the Uber to get there. You know, we're on each other, getting freaky. And then I'm like, wait a second. I asked her, I'm like, do you have a condom? And she's like, no, I don't have a condom. She's like, do you have a condom? I'm like, no, I didn't have a condom either. So I pull out my phone. So I'm staying in Chicago. I'm staying with Charmaine and Neek. I don't have Neek's number. So I call Neek's wife. I call Charmaine, and I'm like, "Hey, Charmaine," I'm like, let me talk to Neek. So she passes the phone to Neek, and I'm like, "Yo, Neek, you got any condoms?" And Neek was like, "Nigga, this ain't a 7-Eleven, brother." But it turns out one of Neek's boys who was staying had some rubbers. So he was like, "I got you." So he said they're gonna be on your bed when you get there. So I'm like, bet. So, but as I'm having this conversation, somebody approaches me too. So somebody's approaching me and they're waiting to talk to me as I'm on the phone with this conversation. So I'm drunk, horny, on the phone with Nick talking about condoms. I'm like, "Nigga, you got the condoms, nigga?" And this dude who wants to talk to me is just like watching me, looking at me like I'm crazy. And the girl, the girl I'm with is right here by my shoulder too, and she's just standing there, just like, I'm just having this conversation in the middle of the street, like no type of delicacy. So I get the condom secured. I'm like, cool. Once I get off the phone, the dude who was waiting for me, he was like, "Down bad, man." I was like, "You don't know me, bro." He was like, "Bro, I know you, down bad, man." He wanted to take a picture, so we took a picture. And so the Uber pulls up. Now I'm relaxing. Cause I'm like, okay, we're here. I finally got the girl in the car. I got condoms at the crib. First things, like, we're in the back seat. We're trying to be respectful of the Uber driver. But for some reason, she was really loud. Like her moans, like what she would say, everything was, you could hear it as clear as day. And I'm in the back seat making out with this girl, rubbing on her body parts. And she's like, "Oh, I want you to me." I can't wait. I can't wait to get that dick. And she's like moaning. She's like, and like, I'm like, oh shit, this is turning me on. But I also realized the Uber driver didn't have no radio on. You know what I'm saying? So imagine a car dead silent. All you hear is a chick in the back seat moaning, saying some nasty ass shit. I was kissing on her, and I looked in the mirror too, and I swear, nigga, I made eye contact with the Uber driver, like he was looking at me, and I know he was listening too, because things were getting so intense at one point. I was feeling so uncomfortable. So I was like, how much further away are we? And he instantly answered. He instantly was like, "Oh, 3 minutes." So I know he was listening intently. We get to the crib, and at this point, dude, this chick is ultra horny. I'm ultra horny. The awkward situation in the car, that weird energy added to the horniness. We were just ready to tear at each other. You know, I'm a comedian, so as soon as we pull up, you know, I point to the crib. I'm like, "You see how I'm living." We get to the crib, and like, we open the door, and as soon as we open the door, it's literally Neek, Charmaine, Neek's friends, Neek's family, Neek's family. They all see me and the girl, and they're like rolling up, about to burn one. And they're like, "You guys want to join us? You guys want to, like, partake?" And we're like, and I'm like, "Oh, do you want to?" And she was like, she grabs me by my shirt. And she's like, "No, we're about to go to work." And I'm like, "Oh shit," you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm ready to smash this thing. She was the baddest chick I'd ever. She was probably one of the badder chicks I'd ever hooked up with my entire life. So she's like running down the steps, ready to head to the room, and she like slips down the stairs. And, like, I gotta catch her. I'm like, "Oh shit!" I'm like, "Calm down, girl. You running? You trying to run to the dick?" Usually, listen, I'm a gentleman. You know what I'm saying? I don't really talk a lot of shit. But at one point, we was smashing, and she was doing all that yelling, and like, I was like, I like had my hand on her throat. I was like, "Shut the fuck up, bitch." I was like, "Shut the fuck," because she was so loud. But she was into it, I was into it. But I'm telling you, it was crazy, dude. After we smashed, she was like laying on me, and like, I'm a heavy sweater, and she was like, "Oh my God, you're really wet." And I was like, "Yeah," I'm like, "I sweat a lot," you know. I was like, does that bother you? And she was like, no, not really. And so I was like, all right, cool. So I was cracking jokes. I was making her laugh. We were having a good time. Round 2, smashed again. She's just as loud, making all types of noise. I'm like, holy shit. So after we finished smashing, we're laying there, and I'm like, you know, whatever you want, whenever you're ready, I can. If you want to spend the night, you can spend the night. If you want me to call you Uber, call you Uber. She's like, oh, you can just call me an Uber. So I call her an Uber, and we're heading back upstairs. And as we're heading back upstairs, literally everyone is still there. They're looking at me like it was just a murder scene down there, because that girl was screaming bloody murder down there. So we walk out. And as we're walking out, like I'm like telling her, like, you know, I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna be back in Chicago again. I would absolutely love to, like, you know, I would love to see you again. She literally dead ass, like, no joke. She's like, oh, you're never gonna see me again. And I was like, what? She just wanted to smash me and be done with me, because she was like, you're never ever gonna see me again. And I was like, okay, sure, bet, dude. She said that. I was just in Chicago like 2 weeks ago, and I was thinking she was gonna hit me up. She didn't hit me back, bro. So this girl literally smashed me and dashed me. And that's the story of when I got smashed in Chicago. I hope you enjoyed the story. If you like this story, if you like my energy, if you like the vibe, look, I got a candle. Those candles aren't cheap. Hit that subscribe button.